If you are an anime fan, this video is totally for you because we have, what, 4 new PVs, 1 new anime announcement, and then a new key visual and a new teaser. And I'm just like, man, it is exploding with anime news this past week. Hello friends, happy Monday. Feels really good to be posting on a Monday rather than Tuesday though. I deeply enjoyed my shoujo event that has been kicked off, and what, we are a week in at this point. And if you're curious and want to check out the details, I'll leave a link down below or in the corner. Since we have so many different anime, like the trailers to link, I'm going to try and put those in the corners instead. But I will say, if you haven't already voted in my form, my poll of what you feel is the best shoujosei of 2025, be sure to check out the link down below and vote, because it has been pretty amazing to see what people feel is one of the best shoujo debut, the best new edition or collection of manga, best steamship, light novel, all of those things. Like, it's been really, really cool. So yes, please be sure to go vote again if you haven't already. And I do apologize if my lighting is very weird today. It is extremely dark and cloudy. And I'm like, I am depending solely on my little light that I have. I need to get another one for cloudy days like this. It'd be really nice, but I just haven't done it. But let's go ahead and dive right in. So you guys know, when we have a new Magical Girl Dandelion chapter, we gotta talk about, and we had a new chapter last week, and that was chapter 19, and oh my goodness, if there was any questioning or wondering what is going on, I feel like this chapter gave us those answers. Not that anything is smooth sailing, because even though our Magical Girl knows also what's going on, yeah, her and Shade are definitely in a bind, and they've got to really come up with something to ultimately defeat this villain that they are facing. And I don't know what they're gonna do, because when we got near the end, I think it was like 2-3 pages before the final, oh my goodness, I felt the pain of that punch, of that hit that happened. I'm like, oh my goodness. Love Shade in this chapter. I really feel like, I feel like even the previous chapter I said he was the MVP, and I feel like just trying to think of how to keep this spoiler free, I will just say the positivity and the optimism that I feel he has adopted from our Magical Girl just makes my heart so very happy. I love seeing it. It was a wonderful chapter. Can't wait for the next one. This arc has been so very, very exciting, and I'm thrilled that, again, we're getting it physically in English, because I was going to say double dipping. I will be buying it physically, and of course continue to read ahead on the Viz app. Now, there wasn't any new shoujosei licenses that I saw, so if there is, definitely don't hesitate to let me know. I know Titan had something, but it was sort of more of a leak, so I didn't really want to talk about that just yet. And 7 Seas unfortunately had no new shoujosei. Like, please, 7 Seas, give us some shoujosei this week. That'd be really amazing, assuming that they will have licenses announcement this upcoming Wednesday. Cross Arts hasn't had anything just yet, so we'll be keeping an eye on that as well. But this news was really exciting to me. I put this on social media last night as of filming this video, and I said, hey, is this series getting a reprint? Because I'm pretty sure I've looked into it before and it was out of stock and hard to find, and that is Saint Dragon Girl. This is a 8-volume series that released from Viz Media / Shoujo Beat at some point that I know of. It's, again, been out of print for several years, but yet I went on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, and Books A Million, and all 3 of them were showing that these volumes are coming back in stock. I actually ordered volume 1, and volume 2 and volume 3 I know for certain were already available on, not on Books A Million, like you could put in an order, but they weren't available to ship. And Barnes & Nobles, I think, had it as either they were in stock or they were going to be shipping in 2 to 3 days. And I was like, what is happening? Now, I have had 2 different people, because I literally put this in 10 different places asking, can anybody help me out? Can anybody help me out? 2 different people said, well, maybe it's just a restock and not a reprint, because the price hasn't actually changed for these volumes. And we know now that the newer Shoujo Beat volumes are $11.99, not $8.99 or $9.99, as is the original price of these volumes. But yeah, I got volume 1. It's not in stock yet, so I'm just waiting for it to ship. And also, that leads me to say that most people felt it was probably a restock, because volume 4 specifically is the hardest to find, I've heard, with this series, and there's still no official listing on Books A Million or Barnes & Nobles, and volume 4 on Amazon just has secondhand retail prices. So So that was a little discouraging in that sense, but really, really exciting. This is a series my library doesn't have, and I really wanted to try it. And why in the world I got the inspiration to go look it up the night I found it, like, I'm so thankful, praise God, that I went and looked it up and I saw this because I'm like, dude, I wanted to try it. I had to really reel it in though, not to just like buy all the volumes right away. I had to reel it in. So let me stick with volume 1, see what happens, and I will keep you posted because it would be fantastic if this series, even if it's not a reprint, it's getting restocked. If you also have been wanting to read this series or try it for the first time, it looks like we have an opportunity to do that, friends, which is so cool. Now, this next bit of news is not the most exciting news, especially if you're a fan of Firefly Wedding, because yeah, the news came out from the creator herself that it is ending in 3 chapters. Yes, 3 chapters. I am very surprised, but I'm eager to know how it ends because I think I just talked about this, yeah, in my video last week of my gift guide for historical readers. I guess if you just like historical and want something for yourself, like I spotlight different historical manga, and this was one of them. And I think I mentioned of how in the beginning, I would love to know what that was foreshadowing to the end. So even though I'm not active on reading the series right now, your girl's gonna be looking out for them spoilers because I hope that it has a very beautiful and happy ending. But I hope overall that it just has a really great ending and that huge fans of the series will really, really enjoy it. If you're like, well, man, this is not the only series that's ending because Young of the Dawn is another one, and there are several other series that have ended or are going to be ending. Seven Seas had their like ultimate survey for readers to go fill out. I think they called it, yeah, Super Licensing Edition. They had several questions asking about a variety of genres of what do you want to see them picked up. I mean, they had a lot of things breaking down different Korean light novels. I am blanking on the name right now, but they had several, at least 4 questions dedicated to that. I was bummed that they did what they did last year and they grouped romance, suspense, and like something else, like 3 different genres. I'm like, these are massive and I can only put 1, but if you're curious or need some inspiration of what you could put on yours, here are a few that I did on mine. Y'all, when are we gonna see How to Win My Husband Over Physically? What is it gonna take for a publisher to pick this up? I'm just desperate for any publisher at this point. Like, please, come on. Same as the one within the villainous. Like, please, can you just give us this villainous manga already? We're gonna talk about villainous anime. I'm like, come on now. Come on. Some publisher want to make some money and they want to print it in English. Like, please do. I also did this one, which I never can remember the name of it. It is I think it's a seinen fantasy series. Very beautiful. Love the preview I saw of it. So I'm like, yes, please. I put this one. It's not a manhwa, but it's a scrolling manga. They had a certain category for a certain question on the survey, and I put it for this one. That's Contract with the Grim Reaper for 3 years. I saw multiple previews of this and I said, I am seated. I'm very excited to talk about it in an upcoming video of titles I'm putting on my license wish list for 2026. This was definitely one of them. I really, really hope it gets picked up. Also, I have, of course, my unlicensed shoujo faves. I will also leave the title in the corner. I want this series in English so badly. I'm like, please, 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 please. I hope somebody will give it to us next year because that would be fantastic. Listen, we all know how rare it is, at least in the US specifically, of how rare it is to get a shoujo themed event, like a shoujo exhibit. But shout out to my friend Lady Yoza. She's like, hey, did you see this? And I'm like, no, I didn't. And I'm so glad she shared it because Anyway I'm Falling in Love with You is actually going to have an exhibit in Los Angeles from December 13th through December 28th. It's going to be an anime. They have the address on the graphic here, and I was shocked. I don't know all of exactly what this entails, except for you can get volume 9 early. They'll be selling it exclusively early at this event. And also you will get a free postcard. But again, if you live in Los Angeles or somewhere local, you want to go check it out, this seems like a perfect opportunity. I guess whether you're a fan or not of this series, I mean, again, it's just so rare to get these shoujo events that I'm so excited to find out something about it and truly hope that the event goes really, really well, that there's a lot of people that show up because, yeah, could you just bring those shoujo events on the East Coast? That would be really great. I would appreciate that and would love to attend, please. And I have one manhwa news because, y'all, sometimes it pays to scroll. It really, really does. Like, there have been so many times for these videos, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go randomly scroll and I come across something, I'm like, dude, this must be shared. If you are a fan of Dark Moon, the Blood Altar, which is having an anime come out this January, basically season 2, the continuation of Dark Moon, the Blood Altar, it's here. It's called Dark Moon 2 Moons, and oh my goodness, probably as of this video going live, there's probably 5 episodes up. I've only had a chance to read volume 1 because I did some intense video editing last week and just didn't have much time to read, but I read that first episode and I said, oh my goodness, it is literally continuing, picking up right where the first season ended, because there was a total cliffhanger and I was actually really upset, and I almost got rid of my series or my copies of the series because I was so mad of how it ended. I'm like, it would have been perfect if it was like cut 2 or 3 chapters shorter, and mainly I was upset because I thought we would never get a second season of it, but now it's here and I'm so glad I kept my copy because I love it. I'm very excited for the anime. Really got into K-pop, I feel like, because of this series, honestly, like the group that sings. But yeah, if you have been wondering what happened with that character that Suha meets, I feel like things are about to go down in a really bad way. I mean, the Twitter account at least has been doing these promo, I wouldn't say key visuals, like little teasers. Oh my goodness! I mean, I get that the timeline has changed and Suha should not be able to meet this character that she's meeting, but this new character, I never would have guessed that if we were to ever come across her in this series again, that she would come across sort of like as a villainess. And I'm scared for Suha because, y'all, the beginning of episode 1 for this new season was the sweetest. I'm like, thank you for feeding my romantic heart. Like, I loved it. And then for it to take this shift near the end of the first chapter, I'm like, no. Like, I'm not here for this. Let Suha have her happiness. Like, please. So I'm really excited to dive in. I'm hoping that as I'm filming this video that later tonight that I can read more of the episodes / chapters because I need to know, even though I'm really, really afraid, but I'm really excited that we're just getting more of this series because, man, the first Dark Moon, the Blood Altar is so action-packed. And again, I just can't wait for that anime. And I knew that I had to share it with you guys because I was so very excited. But if you've been here for the anime and you're waiting patiently for that, let's go ahead and jump right in with the new one that we got. We got a new key visual and a new teaser, and I guess it's like the official adaptation announcement, and that's for Please Excuse My Younger Brothers. I love the key visual. I think it looks super cute. I love how colorful it is. It seems to be about a young woman. Her mom gets remarried and now she finds herself living with 4 younger brothers. I'm not really sure what you would necessarily call this because nobody's related by blood, but there definitely seems like there's going to be a romance of sorts because I have seen this series, at least the manga, online. And again, there was a little teaser that they gave. It looked really cute, looks really funny, and I'll be interested of hearing more. Same as this next one. We got a new key visual for Ikoku Nikki, and I love the key visual. Like, I think it's great, but honestly, it was the PV that really had me just completely locked in when watching. I have seen a few people share online that they feel this is going to be really emotional, like they got emotional just watching the teaser, or well, excuse me, the PV, and I could see why. From what I remember, this is about a young woman who sort of gets adopted by another family member because her mother has passed away, and I think it's her mother's sister, so her aunt is taking her in, and she is a single woman, and she has no idea how to raise this other teenager, but she invites her in. It's their everyday life, and it looks so emotionally impactful. I don't know where this one is streaming. On the tweet they have, they said Prime Video confirmed, but I don't know. I mean, I definitely know that is for Japan, but I don't know if that also means that it's going to be on Prime Video in the US, so we'll have to stay tuned for that. But it looks really, really good, and I know a lot of people are desperately hoping that the US will get an English print because so many other countries but us have gotten it. Now, thankfully, we did get some confirmation of who is going to be picking up Taemin's B-side because we got a new PV. Y'all, it was good. I rewatched it this morning, laughed when viewing it. I think it just looks so very good. It's going to be a fun one. I deeply, deeply love the manga. I'm so glad I got back on that hype train. I do have a video review on the series in case if you're curious about my thoughts on it, but Crunchyroll did come out and say that they are going to be streaming it in January. I think it's going to be a really, really fun time, and the animation just looked so phenomenal. But what I'm also really excited about is the villainess is adored by the crown prince of the neighboring country. I could not really figure figure out if this was a brand new PV because I do feel like it looks very similar to one I've seen before, but I'm not really sure if it's because they took down the first video and then re-uploaded it or what it is. But I'm like, please, please come and give us this manga for this. Like, we have the Otome game in English and now we're getting the anime. I'm like, what more like do we need to get the manga? It seems really, really sweet. Typical villainous starter opening, it seems, where the villainess is getting dumped by her fiance, choosing somebody else, but the thing is the prince of the neighboring kingdom is like, hey, I will take her and I will be in a relationship with her. I was really excited to see that we already had a kiss happening in the PV. I'm like, okay, I'm here, I'm seated. I was really interested in the Otome game, but I'm so far behind on the one Otome game that I have. Like, I deeply loved and enjoyed playing it, but y'all, I'm just so bad about keeping up with anything that's basically not manga. And I'm just coming slowly to terms with that. That's why I'm like, please, if you could give us the manga, I will check out this story and I will read it because the anime looked fantastic. Another one we got that hopefully will also get an English license at some point is Mushroom Witch. We got a new teaser and it looks so adorable. I told myself, I said, Laura, if we don't get the manga license for the next few months, or, you know, let's not say we won't get it at all, but if it takes some time for us to get it, I'm like, Laura, you must tune into this. It's about, I believe, a young woman who's sort of been isolated from the community because of her powers. And when you watch the teaser here that they have, when she's walking, she has all these little mushrooms pop up behind her. I'm like, oh, she just looks so cute, so precious, and it just seems like a really fun and adorable, just a sweet anime. Now, I don't know if there's any like darker things that happen later on in the manga because I haven't read it or anything, and I surprisingly have not actually seen many spoilers for it, so I can't say there, but based off the teaser we got, it looks like it would be really, really wonderful to watch. And then the last one that we have is In the Clear Moonlit Dusk. Y'all, I know there have been several fans of the manga series, or at least specifically fans of the manga, who are very unhappy about the anime, and I could totally get that. I feel like if I was actively reading the manga, my feelings would probably be differently, but I love how they are bringing Yoi to life. It just sounds so, like, she sounds so good in my opinion. There were several different scenes that they had that were just animated beautifully. I truly hope that this will be a top-notch anime when it comes out, that there's no issues, that it doesn't go downhill, that the same way Condition Called Love went down, which was so unfortunate because I deeply love that series. I also have a video review on this channel, but it looked really good. I feel very excited and interested in it. I don't remember if they said, oh, this one also comes out in January. Goodness. How many of these, hold on, let's check. How many of these are coming out in January? The Mushroom Witch, so that's 2. The Villainous one is 3. Taemin is 4. Ikoku Nikki is 5. And what was it? Oh, and the other one won't come out yet because that's in 2026. And I know for sure that there's other anime we've already talked about this year, like The Blood Altar. It is going to be stacked. It is going to be stacked. And I don't know what I will stick with, but I hope that I can stick with at least one. Who knows? But lots of great anime that are definitely coming. And we'll have to do some kind of like list of like, hey, here's all the shoujosei. So if you're interested and wondering who's got what and where, when it's coming, then, you know, we could do a video and talk about that. Let me know if you'd be interested. But let's talk about those cover reveals because, oh my goodness. For the Japanese edition, the Japanese volume, The Last of the Chance of Delinquent, volume 10. Y'all, I officially have a favorite shoujosei cover. This cover is it. I am obsessed with it. I love it. I'm still haven't ordered volume 10 yet, and I think it's because I'm hoping that Sugaruya, is that the name of that website, that they will get volume 10 on there and I can get it during a free shipping campaign. That's my hope. That'd be like the best way to go, honestly. But it hasn't gotten up there yet, and I'm like, I will get this volume because again, I'm just obsessed with this cover. I love it. I will make a beautiful display somehow in my bookcase because I mean, you can see the volumes right here. I'm like, no, it must be facing outward. It's too beautiful to just have it facing inward on my shelf. I love it. I'm obsessed. It's beautiful. I love it so much, and I'm thankful that Sensei shared about it so I could share with you because I have been waiting. I have been waiting. Also, though, this one was so shocking to me, and that's the Makeup Remover Volume 2. Like, Inklore, hello. I didn't even know Volume 2 was up for pre-order. Volume 1, I think week I did mention in my most anticipated releases of 2026 video that's going to be coming out in the next 2 weeks. I am so stoked and I love this cover. I think it's super cute and I'm shocked that it's coming. Like, I didn't even know. So I'm thankful that they did an announcement about it, because I would have been really upset not to be aware that this one's coming, because I do have volume 1 already, pre-ordered and hoping to do a first impression. I've heard so many great things about this and truly hope that I enjoy it as well. Eyes Press surprisingly just had one cover reveal this week, and that is The Perks of Being an S-Class Heroine volume 7. I love the green of this cover. It's beautiful. I don't know who this woman is on the cover. She's so stunning. Again, the green, it just speaks to my heart. I don't feel like we get full green covers like this, so it's just beautiful and I love it. I'm like, man, I need to seriously catch up on the series. I'm on volume 3, I believe, and it was very funny. Really enjoyed my time with it. This next one is a series. It's coming from Yen Press. The next 4, I believe, are, I have not read this. I think I've read spoilers online and everything. That's Spring Storm and Monster volume 5. I love this cover. It's so fun. I really feel like this is not a series that would be necessarily for me. If it was suggested / recommended in my shoujo event and it won, I would read it. But just to pick up for myself, I don't think I would do that. But man, the covers are just so pretty. And again, I really, really love this one. This next one isn't nearly as has like all the graffiti and stuff, but I do think it's really pretty, and that's Imitation volume 8. I do feel like we're getting to the end of this series. I don't know who this woman is on the cover, but I really love how they did that purple to make it pop. Like, I feel like it really brings the whole cover to life. And the next one, which I know is a manual, but it's published under Yen Press, not Eyes Press, and that is The Daughter of the Emperor volume 13. I think we're also getting near the end of this series. I honestly don't know anybody that's reading this one, and I'm very curious of who this is on the cover, because this guy resembles the female lead's dad. And I know that's not the dad because he looks differently and his hair is a different shade of white, I believe. But I'm like, who is this guy that looks like the father in this series? Like, I'm very, very curious. But another cover I really, really enjoyed is Cheeky Brat volume 16. This is so fun. I love, again, like this purple. What's going on with this purple? It's on these covers and it looks so nice, but I think it's just a really fun one, how it brings these two guys to life on here. It just seems like a lot of fun. So lots of things that were fun in this video, and hopefully you saw some fun things. Let me know which of these anime you're most looking forward to. Were there any cover reveals? Were there any shoujo licenses that I missed last week? If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!